Good morning, students. I, Bharti Sridhara, have 38 years of experience in teaching economics. It gives me immense pleasure to explain the entire semester 3 syllabus to SYBCom students. Since COVID 19 is not allowing us to step out of our homes, you can use these videos for your studies at home. I am explaining the entire syllabus according to the modules, and you are aware that every module has the same weightage of 25 marks. My sincere efforts are to discuss which are the important questions in the topic, how to write their answers, and very importantly, how to get good marks in economics. For your convenience, I divided the topic into three parts, which are according to the university question paper pattern. Let us start. The first part, I am covering school of thoughts and subject matter of macroeconomics. The first module, first lesson, the name of the lesson is Introduction to Macroeconomics. Students, you all are aware that macroeconomics is very important. But before we go ahead with what is macroeconomics, we will give some introduction. The introduction for macroeconomics is: economics is popularly known as the queen of social sciences. It studies economic activities of a man living in a society. Economic activities are those activities which are concerned with the efficient use of scarce means that can satisfy the wants of a man. Macroeconomics studies the economy as a whole and analyzes its functioning. It deals with the behavior of aggregates such as national income, employment level, general price level, investment level, and balance of payments. Now, the question can ask that explain the schools of thoughts of macroeconomics. So, in that, we have to give 3 points. Number 1, classical macroeconomics. B, Keynes theory. C, post-Keynes development. The first point, classical macroeconomics. The classical school of thought is composed on certain assumptions and beliefs. The main idea of classical school is laissez-faire capitalism. That means markets work best without government intervention. Another important principle is stated by Say. Say is the name of the economist. According to him, supply creates its own demand. The market mechanism will adjust to ensure that the economy is in equilibrium at full employment level. That means markets are highly efficient and have self-adjusting mechanism. Market can solve the problems of unemployment, inflation, etc. The second point, Keynes theory. During the Great Depression, Keynes questioned the classical model and provided the explanation to why market can fail and why the government needs to play a role to control the fluctuations through fiscal and monetary policies. This is responsible for the development of Keynes theory, which become the base for development of the modern macroeconomics. The third point, post-Keynes development. Many economists after 1950 combined Keynes' economic theories with neoclassical microeconomics to develop theories of consumption, investment, and money. All of these, along with Keynes' model, form the subject matter of modern macroeconomics. Now, next point, the next question can be explain the scope, subject matter of macroeconomics. There are 7 points that we will discuss one by one. Number 1, determination of national income. The primary focus of macroeconomics is the study of the factors that determine countries' national income, output, etc. Second, economic fluctuations or business cycles. Fluctuations cause large-scale involuntary unemployment, inflation, etc. Macroeconomic models provide the basis for policymakers to design stabilization measures through fiscal and monetary policies. Third point, aggregate demand and aggregate supply. The meaning of aggregate is total. So, total demand and total supply. Keynes explained that the level of employment and national income is determined by aggregate demand. Aggregate supply can be increased in the long run through improvement in productivity, investment, technology changes and policies. The next point, employment and unemployment. Macroeconomics studies the causes of unemployment and provides the basis for employment policies. Next point, money and price level. Macroeconomics studies the role of money in the economy by analyzing the demand for and supply of money. Next point, economic growth and development. The main areas of study of macroeconomics are economic growth, economic development, and structural changes in developing economy. The last point, balance of payments and exchange rate. Macroeconomics explain the factors which determine countries' balance of payment. So these are the 2 points that we discussed in this topic in the module 1 part 1. There can be 2 questions, students. Number 1, explain the school of thoughts. Here you have to give 3 points. Then second question can be explain the scope, subject matter of macroeconomics. You have to give 7 points. You all are aware that in economics you have to give points. Pointers are important. So all the points you have to cover. Thank you very much.